Welcome to the GSLE Coach Workshop presented by Girl Scouts of Western New York. By the end of this session, you will be able to describe the Girl Scout Leadership Experience, or GSLE, and the National Program Portfolio, identify the three processes used in the GSLE, understand how to adapt activities to meet the GSLE outcomes, and describe and model basic coaching and feedback techniques. Let's get started. You've probably seen this handout before. This outlines the 15 outcomes of the Girl Scout Leadership Experience. When we talk about Discover, girls are learning about themselves and the world around them and trying new things. They develop a strong sense of self, positive values, gain practical life skills, seek challenges in the world, and develop critical thinking skills. When girls connect, they start thinking about, now that I know these things, who else knows what I know about and cares about what I care about? Girls develop healthy relationships, promote cooperation and team building, resolve conflicts, advance diversity in a multicultural world, and feel connected to their communities locally and globally. And when girls take action, I've got these other people that care about what I care about. How can we work together to make the world a better place? Girls identify community needs. They are resourceful problem solvers, advocate for themselves and others, locally and globally. They educate and inspire others to act and feel empowered to make a difference in the world. These are the promises we make to girls, that they will develop their leadership potential and ultimately to have the courage, confidence, and character to make the world a better place. We know that with these outcomes, girls can do anything. You see, much of what we're talking about here are things we've always done in Girl Scouts. Can girls build leadership skills through other activities? Absolutely. But what makes Girl Scouts special is that girls drive the program. So let's think about the Girl Scout Leadership Experience and where it's taking us. We have our car, which I lovingly refer to as the Girl Scout Pathway Mobile, with our volunteers and the girls. Our front tires here, they represent what we do in Girl Scouts, the three keys we just talked about: discover, connect, and take action. Our back tires represent how we do Girl Scouts, the three processes: girl-led, cooperative learning, and learning by doing. When girl-led, girls of every grade level take an active role in determining what, where, when, why, and how they'll structure activities. Of course, you'll provide guidance appropriate to the age of the girls. Plus, you'll encourage them to bring their ideas and imaginations into the experiences, make choices, and lead the way as much as they can. Learning by doing. This means that girls have active, hands-on experiences. It also means they have a chance to think and talk about what they are learning as a result of the activities. This kind of reflection is what helps girls gain self-awareness and confidence to dive into new challenges. So make sure girls always have a chance to talk with each other and you after an activity. It doesn't have to be formal, just get them talking and see what happens. Cooperative learning. Girls learn so much about themselves and each other when they team up on common goals. Plus, great teamwork helps girls in school now and on the job later. Look for ways to help each girl contribute her unique talents and ideas to the team. Help all girls see how their differences are valuable to the team and coach girls to resolve their conflicts productively. Now, our car here is electric because Girl Scouts care about the environment, and it's powered by all the ways you can participate in Girl Scouts. So you might think about journeys and badges using the National Program Portfolio, product sales. By participating in the cookie program, girls gain essential skills that help them build confidence. Camping. Our outdoor activities help girls appreciate our natural resources and why it's important to be a good steward for our planet. Travel. Girls explore the world and learn about different locations, cultures, and ecosystems. Events. Great for girls who want to learn more about a specific topic or events that give them the flexibility to do it. So where are we going? Headed down the road in the short term, our goal is for girls to develop the specific skills, attitudes, attributes, and values of Girl Scouting. Think Girl Scout Promise and Girl Scout Law. And in the long term, that girls lead with courage, confidence, and character to make the world a better place. You'll notice the road is not straight and it's a little bumpy. As a leader, you may experience some challenges along the way, but it will be worth it. And remember, you have lots of support to help you. We're going to take a few minutes to focus on the three processes. Our research has shown us that girls are able to identify when they use the three processes, and that when they do, they enjoy their experiences and are more likely to remain in Girl Scouting.
When you volunteer with girls, it's not just what you do, it's how you do it. That's what makes Girl Scouting a fun and meaningful experience for girls. In Girl Scouting, we talk about 3 hows: girl-led, learning by doing, and cooperative learning. Although each has its own definition, they work together. As adults, we're always rushing through our days, hoping we can finish our to-do list. Here's the good news. You get to leave all that rushing behind when you volunteer with girls. Why? Because the Girl Scout experience isn't about cramming every possible activity into a schedule. Whether you have a little time or a lot of time, whether you end up doing a few activities or a million, Girl Scouting is about helping girls come up with their own ideas, build teams, and have the joy of learning by doing. What happens then? Girls feel involved, committed, powerful, happy, all important parts of a fun leadership development experience. And as an adult, you want them to have those feelings. After all, that's what you're in this for, not to check a million items off a perfect list. So let's take a look at how all this happens. An important part of our leadership experience is helping girls take action in their communities. Let's walk through one example to see how you can use the 3 processes to do that. Girl-led means girls shape their experiences by asking questions, offering ideas, and using their imaginations. How will girls know what kind of community action project is possible? You might want to take a field trip to meet people in the community. If you're exploring the environment, you may want to meet a scientist. Do girls have to vote on what field trip you're taking in order to make this girl-led? Not at all. Sometimes you, as the adult, make decisions for practical reasons that you can explain to girls. For example, you or someone at your council may already know a woman scientist who can talk to girls about her work. So, how can you make this field trip girl-led? Well, girl-led means girls shape their experiences by asking questions, offering ideas, and using their imaginations. In this example, you can help girls brainstorm questions they want to ask the scientist. When it's time for girls to start thinking about what kind of project they want to do, you'll have another very important role to play. As an adult, you'll know which ideas are possible and age-appropriate. Sometimes you'll have to gently guide girls to understand what they can do. Suppose you're guiding girls as they brainstorm a take-action project about saving water. One girl says, "Let's tow an iceberg from the North Pole to Florida. When it melts, we could collect the water and save it." Needless to say, keeping this girl-led does not mean you have to rent a boat and set off for the Arctic Circle. Instead, you can be encouraging but realistic. You could say something like, "I love your giant vision. That may take more time and money than we have, but I hope you become a scientist so you can do that someday. Why don't we put all our ideas on 2 lists, things we can do now and things that will take more time?" With your help, girls will come up with ideas that are possible and that they feel are their own. That's girl-led. As the adult, you have another important role. You're also a coach who helps girls come to team decisions, a skill that will help them throughout their lives. When girls work together to choose an idea and develop a team plan, that's cooperative learning. Now they're ready to put their plan into action, which involves learning by doing. In Girl Scouting, we know that even the youngest girls can do this. Remember, their project doesn't have to be perfect. There's another key part to the learning by doing process, helping girls think about what they've experienced so they can apply what they've learned to other things in their lives. Sometimes we call this reflection, and it can be as easy and fun as talking about what you've just done on the car ride home. See how all the processes work together? When you use the 3 processes, you'll find that volunteering is easier and more fun. So just remember, no need to treat a Girl Scout meeting like school. Instead, you can inspire girls to use their imaginations. No need to feel that you have to make all the decisions for girls. Instead, you can ask girls questions and help them come to their own decisions as a team. No need to earn every Girl Scout award as quickly as possible. Instead, you can let girls explore the themes and ideas that interest them. When you step back, you just might be amazed by what girls come up with. Being a Girl Scout volunteer is a big and important job, and we know it's not always easy. And don't worry, the 3 processes aren't a test you have to pass. Just keeping them in mind is going to mean so much to girls. And together, you'll have a great time seeing how well girls can lead and how far their imaginations can take them. So remember, let go of perfect. Enjoy asking girls lots of questions. Listen to their answers. Guide girls to what's possible. Celebrate their big ideas. Most of all, relax and enjoy the process. Remember, it's the journey, not the destination, that benefits girls the most.
As you plan with girls, how will you keep activities girl-led? Start by asking girls what they want to do, or provide suggestions and let them choose. Makes it girl-led and not leader-led. How might you ensure opportunities for learning by doing? Ensure girls get a turn in trying things out for themselves. While you might need to provide some basic instructions at first, let the girls take a shot at it. Their first attempts may not be perfect, but those opportunities to master skills are important. Cooperative learning happens when girls work together. How can you ensure girls work together in a collaborative way? Set up a team agreement. Ask girls to share jobs or trade roles from time to time. And older girls can show younger girls the way. So let's talk about this chart. These are words you might see in the Journey Adult Guides. They will help you identify when you're using the 3 processes. Notice that the experience for the girls changes as they get older. There is a progression here that as the girls gain skills over time, they will have the ability to take on the ownership of their experience. Daisies begin by exploring options with their leaders, whereas older girls will be able to choose options on their own. What are some of the benefits of incorporating the processes into your activities? Girls will gain many skills such as decision-making, gaining the ability to speak up, contribute ideas, team-building skills, and problem-solving skills. One important thing to understand about the GSLE is that it's not just for the journeys. You should use the 3 processes with any activity to help the girls build leadership skills. The 3 processes are already built into the activities in the Journey Adult Guides. If you do the activities as written, you are already using the processes. As you read through the Adult Guide, you'll notice several places where you are instructed to ask the girls for input before moving on to the next activity. When you begin to customize, you will want to look at the requirements to earn the award and the goals of the session. As long as the activities meet those goals, you can introduce new ideas into the journey plan. Incorporating the process into how these activities are completed will promote leadership development and fun. The Journey Adult Guides give you an outline for planning for your meetings with the girls, and it's okay to use the guides and outlines exactly as written. So if you're already doing this and it's working with your girls, great! We have heard, and you may feel this yourself, that it feels a lot like school. So much writing, or it's too scripted. I wouldn't say that as an adult. My girls want more doing and less talking. In addition to this, there will be time when the girls want to delve more deeply into a topic, or your room setup will not accommodate a certain activity, or you and the girls want to explore a location nearby with a field trip. At these times, you may need to customize the activities. Knowing how to plan for and incorporate the 3 processes when customizing will ensure girls build their leadership potential. Let's take a look at the GSLE in action at troop meetings. Some examples of girl-led activities include having capers that allow girls to complete tasks during the meeting, discussing with the group what will happen and making decisions together for future plans, and having girls make choices throughout the meeting. Learning by doing activities include completing their capers, taking turns leading activities or participating in the activities, brainstorming ideas, organizing supplies, and trying new things. Cooperative learning activities include being responsible for completing tasks, setting up small groups for brainstorming and making decisions, such as patrols, teaching others something new and letting them try it out, leading a meeting for younger girls, or earning some of the awards such as the LIA, Junior Aid, CIT, or Program Aid awards. How about the GSLE in action on field trips? Suppose your girls decide they want to go to Build-A-Bear workshop. Making this activity girl-led involves deciding when to go, where are we going to go, how will we get there, how will we budget for this activity, and then once we're on the field trip, making choices about the bear that we will make and accessories we might purchase. Learning by doing activities for this field trip include learning about teddy bears, basic sewing skills, starting your own business, stuffing a bear, naming a bear, using the computers there to try out your technology skills, and also learning about being a part of a big sisterhood. Cooperative learning activities for this field trip could include inviting other Girl Scouts from your town to attend on the same day, hosting a teddy bear tea at a children's hospital or homeless shelter, sharing with others what you've learned about teddy bears, and educating others about being an entrepreneur. Let's take a look at the GSLE in action at camp. Suppose your troop is planning a camp out and the girls want to include a hike. Girl-led activities for this could include making decisions about where we will hike and what supplies we'll need. Is there special training or equipment required? What safety precautions will we need to take? Who will come along and how long might we be gone? Learning by doing activities could include learning about trail signs and compass skills, practice walking in our hiking boots, getting in shape, and actually taking that hike. Cooperative learning activities could include asking another girl for help with the trail signs, using the buddy system and sticking together, breaking into patrols to learn skills and then rotating or reporting out to others, leading the hike, or publishing a trail map after they're done. There are some do's and don'ts for customizing activities with your girls. Do ask the girls for their ideas. This is girl-led at its most basic and will ensure the girls have fun. Do vary activities from week to week. If you spend the first 4 meetings learning about pollution, would your girls tell their parents that Girl Scouts is about how dirty the planet is? Do remember, just as when they were toddlers, it's often the process that matters. It's okay to make mistakes. Use the opportunity to practice reflection and learn from them. Do have a positive attitude. You may be having your own learning by doing experience as the leader, and that's okay. No one is perfect, but if the girls see you having fun, they will have fun too. Don't substitute Skill Builder and Legacy badges for journey requirements. Think of badges as icing on the cake. They make something great really delightful. Don't consider the journey requirements a list you must check off or get through quickly. Take time to explore other activities and themes. There's a reason we don't call them snowplows. Don't give up. There are lots of people to support you. Your service unit manager, facilitators, program and adult staff, and GSLE coaches, that's you guys, are all here to provide guidance, ideas, and a sympathetic ear, so don't feel like you have to do it all alone. Let's take a moment to talk about reflection, because reflection is an important part of the learning by doing process. When girls think about and discuss their experience, it helps them learn from it. You can help girls reflect on their experiences by asking questions. It's not meant to be a quiz or a test they have to study for. Instead, ask open-ended questions to help them express their thoughts, reactions, and make connections to the world. This can be as simple as a quick conversation in the car, a few questions before moving on to another activity, or be part of a closing ceremony where girls share their experience related to the day's events. Okay, so how does this all relate to your role as the GSLE coach? Think of yourself as the AAA of Girl Scouting. You might have to fix a flat. Perhaps a leader needs help letting girls lead, or encouraging cooperative learning and team building. You might need to add some power to the program by sharing ideas for customizing, like the name of a local expert, or a suggestion for where to connect with someone for a Take Action project. You might have to fill a pothole in the road by meeting with a leader to guide them through using the Journey Adult Guides, or direct traffic, giving some support and reminding leaders where they are headed so they don't lose focus on their goals. Remember, your role is an active one. This is not meant to be like a consultant position where you wait for someone to call you. You will want to get out in your area and connect with your volunteers. Let them know help is available and how to reach you. Ask how things are going and offer support, not judgment. So you're an expert in the national program portfolio and journeys and the 3 processes, but let's talk about coaching skills for everyday use. You want to create a coaching dialogue with your volunteers, and that starts with asking some questions. You might ask, how did it go for you today? What did you see taking place? What were you trying to accomplish? Avoid asking questions that suggest blame and questions that encourage one to look at why before you have a clear picture of what happened. Another tool you can use is something like a debrief. What sorts of things are you doing that you should keep doing? What things aren't you doing that maybe you should start doing? And what things are you doing that you should stop doing? That's a good way to kind of look at the big picture and see how everything is interacting together and how you can make it better. Let's focus on some points to remember. You want to build rapport with the volunteers. You can do this by asking questions. Use skills such as active listening, problem solving, and a little creativity. Be engaged in what they're saying to you. Foster a relationship of mutual respect and trust. Have a positive attitude and encourage the volunteers to have one too. Provide positive feedback to help build confidence. Remind them that they're doing a great job. Seek support from others. The service team and your membership manager are available to help the volunteers and you in making things great for the girls. Don't forget, the adult development and program departments at Girl Scouts of West New York are resources to provide ideas for customizing the journeys and supporting volunteers in your role. Okay, so what's next? Be sure to check on the GSWNY website where you found the link to this webinar to submit the course completion survey. We want to be sure you receive credit for completing this course and receive the materials you need to be successful in your role. Contact your membership manager to confirm your role as the GSLE coach. Your membership manager can help you determine what would be best for your skills, interests, and the needs of your service unit. If you're going to take on the role of the GSLE coach, be sure to contact your service unit manager. Ask for 5 minutes at the next service unit meeting and use this time to introduce yourself to your fellow volunteers, share your contact info, ask for input on possible topics they would like covered at SU meetings for trainings and such, and talk to your service unit manager about attending service team meetings and how your role will help support the goals of the service unit. Lastly, you will be receiving follow-up communication from the GSLE Coach Committee. This committee works to support GSLE coaches by providing advice, training, information, and other resources. Be sure to complete the evaluation that we provided in the communications from them. And that completes the GSLE Coach training. Congratulations!